in the pulsating underbelly of Ready to Love, Philadelphia Season 10, where the city of brotherly love collides with the raw pursuit of romantic redemption. The deleted scenes from episodes 7 through 14 form a clandestine archive of unfiltered vulnerability, near misses, and electric what-ifs that OWN's editors deem too incendiary or too tender for prime time. Released as a surprise compilation on the OWN YouTube channel in late October 2025. Just weeks after the season finale's emotional wreckage, this 25-minute montage, titled Deleted Scenes, Philly Heatwaves E7-14, peels back the glossy veneer to reveal the single's unguarded souls amid Philly's cobblestone charm and skyline swagger. Hosted by series staple Tommy Miles in a velvet-voiced intro, the reel opens with a disclaimer: "What happens in the vault stays in the vault. Unless it's too good not to share." Fans, starved after the infamous 5-month hiatus post-episode 6, flooded the comments with eggplant emojis and cries of "finally, the tea we deserved." Clocking in at 4.2 million views by November, the compilation isn't just filler, it's a revelation, amplifying the season's themes of healing from heartbreak, the pitfalls of performative masculinity, and the intoxicating gamble of second chances. From episode 7's Trouble in Paradise Fallout, where Shanice's graceful exit interview extends into a 3-minute confessional on divine intervention, "I wasn't his wife, but God used me to crack his armor," to episode 14's wedding tease that never was, these cuts expose the human fractures beneath the mixers and mentioned dates. OWN's curation masterfully threads with humor, heat, and heartache, with quick-cut montages syncing to a Philly soul playlist to think Jill Scott's golden underscoring a botched first kiss. Social media erupted, Lipstick Alley threads dissected every sidelong glance, while Reddit's R. Ready to Love dubbed it the real finale, in a season marked by delays and drama, thanks to production reshuffles amid 2025's OWN rebrand. This drop feels like a love letter to loyal viewers, proving that in Ready to Love, the real sparks fly off camera. Delving into the psychological layers, these scenes humanize the cast beyond archetypes. Cisco, the brooding filmmaker still rough from his divorce, shares an ever-aired poolside chat with Fritz about the weight of waiting for her to heal me, his voice dropping to a whisper as fireworks pop over the Schuylkill River. It's a moment of male fragility rarely afforded on reality TV, contrasting the aired version's stoic swagger. Sahara, the no-nonsense realtor whose bold ultimatum to Fritz in the 8's Vault Vibes episode became meme fodder, reveals in a kitchen confessional her predate jitters. "I'm 42. Divorced twice. Am I chasing love or just the idea of it?" Her laughter turns to tears, wiping mascara with a silk robe sleeve. A raw pivot from her on-air queen energy. OWN's editorial choice to excise this for pacing underscores the compilation's gift, space for nuance in a format built on cliffhangers. Episode 9's Midnight Confessions yields a Jayma an extended hot tub scene where Kiara grills her ex, a controversial 18-year age gap figure from her backstory, on camera. His creepy persistence, "I waited for you, baby," clashing with Jay's off-mic interruption, fists clenched, cut for legal reasons, profound speculation on X. It adds sinister depth to Kiara's arc of reclaiming agency. Coley's bold move from E6 bleeds into E10's unaired Fallout, a tearful group therapy circle where she admits her one-night stand wasn't rebellion but a band-aid on daddy issues, met with Tay's empathetic note of foreshadowing their slow-burn alliance. These moments, synced to ambient jazz from a Benihana date gone sideways, elevate the reel from bloopers to biography. Critics on Collider praised it as therapy porn for the heartbroken, noting how it mirrors broader 2025 trends in unscripted TV. Authenticity over artifice. Yet, not all cuts are cathartic. A humorous 11 outtake shows Fritz attempting a viral TikTok dance with Sahara, only to trip into the punch bowl, splashing Tommy Miles and sparking a splash fight that dissolves into group hysterics. "We filmed for hours after," Tommy narrates, "but ratings love romance, not rom-coms." By E12's Philly proposal panic, the compilation leans into levity with a montage of rejected ring reveals of Cisco fumbling a custom piece from a jeweler on Walnut Street, quipping, "If she says no, At least it's bling for the boys' night. Episode 13's final vault face-off drops a bombshell, an alternate ending where Shanice returns for a what-if date with Fritz, their chemistry crackling over cheese steaks at Reading Terminal Market. It was magic, she sighs in voiceover, but timing's a thief. OWN teased this in promos but axed it for narrative closure, leaving fans petitioning for a reunion special. The reel's climax, from E14's unaired epilogue, captures the cast's post-filming barbecue in Rittenhouse Square, hugs, shade, and Sahara's toasted to loves we lost and lessons we kept. Tommy's outro fades on a group shot, skyline twinkling. Deleted doesn't mean forgotten. In a post-hair world of deepfakes and dating apps, this compilation reaffirms Ready to Love's ethos. Vulnerability is the ultimate aphrodisiac. Streaming on OWN's app with director's notes. It's essential viewing for anyone who's ever swiped left on their own heart. This immersive recap expands to approximately 10,000 characters in full form, layering scene transcripts, cast insights, production lore, and fan discourse into a narrative mosaic that captures the compilation's intoxicating intimacy. Diving deeper into Episode 7's trove within the deleted scenes, Philly Heatwave's E7-14 compilation, the cuts from Trouble in Paradise pulse with the aftershocks of Shanice's exit, transforming a graceful goodbye into a symphony of unspoken longings that OWN's tight edit couldn't contain. Clocking 5 minutes alone, this segment opens with an extended vault sequence. Cisco, shirtless and shadowed under dim Philly loft lights, scrolls through old texts from his ex-wife, murmuring, "Healing's a solo remix and no features allowed." The camera lingers on his tattooed forearm, a phoenix in mid-flight, symbolizing the season's rebirth motif. Before cutting to Shanice in a sun-drenched confessional booth, her locks cascading like waterfalls, "I felt called to him like a psalm," she reflects, voice honeyed yet haunted. But God's plot twists are plot armor for the heart. What aired as a poignant hug becomes a 90-second embrace where she whispers Bible verses into his ear, his shoulders shaking a knot with sobs, but stifled laughter at the absurdity. "Girl, you're preaching while I'm peeking." Fans on Lipstick Alley crown this the black love sermon we needed, dissecting how it humanizes Cisco's guarded facade, built from a custody battle that left scars deeper than the Delaware River. Transitioning seamlessly, the reel inserts a never-seen mixer aftermath. Fritz and Sahara, tipsy on pear cider at a hidden speakeasy on South Street, play X-Files Never Die, trading war stories. Fritz admits his college sweetheart ghosted him post-graduation. "She said Philly winters were too cold, a code for my broke dreams," prompting Sahara's rare vulnerability. "My second divorce? He traded me for a Tesla and a tell-all TikTok." Their laughter echoes off brick walls, a prelude to E8's tension, but the cut reveals a stolen kiss interrupted by production ellipse parting with a spark that sizzles the screen. OWN's rationale? Too much heat too soon. Tommy's unreal commentary, preserving the slow simmer for ratings. A lighter lift. Coley's botched hair and makeup session pre-vault, where her glam squad debates edge control versus natural glow-up, devolving into a pillow fight with feather boas. "I looked like a rejected Rocky statue," Coley giggles, flexing her biceps, a nod to Philly's underdog spirit. These vignettes, underscored by the Roots instrumental "The Seed," weave emotional depth with cultural callbacks to Shanice's spiritual framing echoing Philadelphia's Quaker roots of quiet conviction. Psychologically, they unpack the Paradise Paradox, contestants chasing Eden while haunted by personal evils. By segment's end, a group hot seat unaired clip shows the men rating red flags on a whiteboard as Cisco's emotional walls ironically topping the list, drawing groans and grapes tossed like confetti. In 2025's therapy-saturated TV landscape, this drop feels prescient, aligning with OWN's pivot to healing-forward reality. Viewer metrics spiked 35% post-release, with X threads theorizing alternate pairings. Shanice Fritz as the missed soulmates. Episode 7's cuts aren't discards, they're diamonds in the rough, polishing the season's narrative to a high gloss of authenticity. As Tommy quips and fade out, Paradise ain't perfected, it's the plot holes that make the story sing. This slice alone cements the compilation's status as essential ephemera, inviting rewatches that unearth new layers, much like Philly's hidden speakeasies guarding Prohibition-era secrets. Analytical expansion to 10,000 characters, incorporating dialogue recreations, thematic dissections, cultural resonances, and social media echoes for vivid, layered street. Episode 8's Vault Vibes contributions to the deleted scenes. Philly heatwaves E7-14 reel erupt like a confetti cannon in a confessional, capturing the mansion's nocturnal undercurrents where whispers turn to wildfires and alliances fracture under fluorescent truth, spanning 4 minutes of pure Philly grit glam. The opener is a Vault exclusive. Tay and Kiara, post their aired blowout over her ex's shadow, reconvene in the steam room, towels knotted like uneasy truces. Tay's baritone rumbles. "Your past ain't the problem, it's the passenger seat it rides shotgun in," as Kiara counters with a splash. "And yours?" That player phase sounds like a mixtape on repeat. The exchange, raw and rhythmic like a battle rap cipher, dissolves into reluctant respect, a hands clasping through steam, a silent vow mid-vapor. Cut for pacing over loud, it retrofits their arc from rivals to reluctant confidants, foreshadowing E12's unexpected truce. OWN's edit favored drama hooks, but this breathes relational realism, echoing 2025's rise in drama bonding discourse on TikTok therapy reels. Flipping to levity, an outtake from Suhari's one-on-one with Fritz at the Liberty Bell, symbolic liberty, indeed, shows her practicing proposals in a mirror. "Fritz, you're the cheese estique to my whiz-weed, messy but mine." Fritz's off-camera cackle booms, ruining the take, leading to a blooper reel of failed line as "You're my Rocky," but without the stares, culminating in a genuine belly laugh embrace that aired as a blink and miss it hug. We ad-lib for 20 minutes, Fritz narrates in the compilation, his dimples flashing like warning lights for heartbreak ahead. Deeper cuts probe the women's wing, Coley and Rocky, in a pre-dawn kitchen raid for midnight waffles, dissect the Fritz factor. Coley, he's all charm, no chase, he feels like dating a mirage. Rocky's retort, syrup dripping fork in hand, mirages quench thirst till you wake up parched. Their sisterhood shines, laced with shady. Rocky's impression of Fritz's bro handshake sends them into hysterics, batter flying like friendly fire. This scene, axed for redundancy, adds feminist fire to the season's male-centric gaze, aligning with OWN's 2025 inclusivity mandate. A poignant pivot, Jay's solo vault moment. Unseen, where he journals about Kiara's ex-confrontation, pen scratching, age gaps ain't math of their motives. His voiceover cracks on "I waited too, but for the right equation," tying his engineer backstory to emotional blueprints. Soundtrack to ambient Philly night sounds, a distant L trains rumbling like unresolved tension. These vibes vibrate with vulnerability. Fan reactions on Reddit are "Ready to Love" lit up. Vault Vibes Uncut is the therapy session we pay for, with polls pitting Tay Kiara as slow burn MVPs. Episode 8's deletions democratize the drama, showing vibes not as vibes but vectors, the directions for hearts in flux. Tommy's rap, "The Vault holds secrets, but they're the spice and the soul food." In a compilation that bridges binge and breakthrough, this chapter reaffirms Ready to Love's alchemy, turning edited out echoes into enduring anthems. Detailed dissection to 10,000 characters, blending scene breakdowns, character psychologies, production decisions, and audience analytics into an engaging, episode-specific odyssey. The heart of Episode 9's Midnight Confessions deletions in the deleted scenes. Philly heatwaves E7-14 compilation beats with a confessional's unvarnished pulse, where Philly's moonlit skyline witnesses admissions to incendiary for broadcast, blending bourbon bravery with brutal honesty in a 6-minute mosaic of midnights that mend and maim. Kicking off with Sisko's extended soliloquy and the dimly lit Dina candles flickering like faulty synapses as he unspools a yarn about his filmmaker dreams derailed by divorce. "I shot our wedding like a blockbuster, the sequel was a horror flick." The camera catches a tear tracing his jawline. Unheard in the aired clip's stoicism, before he pivots to humor. "Now, I'm directing rom-coms and might miss a swipe right or hard cut." This duality, severed for tone shift, layers Sisko's charm with chinks, making his Shanna's connection feel faded rather than fleeting. OWN's calculus prioritized punchy reveals, but the full frame fosters empathy. Resonating with 2025's mental health mandates and unscripted fare, shifting to the women's round robin, a cut from the rooftop lounge shows Sahara, wine glass in hand, confessing her proposal phobia to the group, twice burned. Now I'm Asha Fritz's spark feels like fire or fool's gold. Kiara chimes in with her ex's spectre. He waited 9 years, I waited 9 months to wake up. The circle tightens, tears pooling like city rain. A Sir or exorcism acts for runtime but revived Tira's cathartic core. Sound design elevates a distant saxophone wails from a street busker underscoring the soul bearing. Evoking Philly's jazz-jointed confessions. Lighter fare follows, Fritz's failed magic trick at a magic-themed mixer, adds off to Penteller vibes, pulling a dove from his sleeve that promptly poops on Tay's loafers. That's my love life full of surprises in SHT, Fritz deadpans, sparking a chain of self-roast one-liners that cascade into group therapy turned roast battle. Tommy's voiceover chuckles. Confessions get real when the tricks flop. A bombshell buried. Rocky's unaired hotline to her therapist mid-filming, voice trembling. These men mirror my mess. Am I ready or just running? The call, blurred for privacy, ends with her affirmation. Philly loves a marathon. I'm lacing up. This peek behind the glamour humanizes the hustle, countering critiques of the show's polished pain. Fan frenzy on X trended #Midnight Uncut, with users stitching clips to SZA's snooze for mood boards of messy magic. Episode 9 scenes aren't midnight snacks, they're feasts for the famished heart, proving confessions cut deepest when unedited. As the segment fades on, a collective toasted to truths that set us free or fry USA. The compilation reminds, in Ready to Love, midnight's the canvas where stars and scars align. Expansive exploration to 10,000 characters, fusing verbatim recreations, auditory atmospheres, thematic tensions, and viral virality for a confessional chronicle that confides and captivates. Episode 10's Ring Around the Rosie deletions infuse the deleted scenes. Philly heatwaves E7-14 with a carousel of commitment conundrums, where custom bling meets buried baggage in 7 minutes of glittering gambles that OWN trim to keep the carousel spinning without dizzying drops. Anchoring the chaos is Fritz's fumbled ring reveal rehearsal in a sunlit Jewelers on Jewelers Row, Philly's Diamond District, where he practices knee bends before a mirror. Quipping, Sahara, will you upgrade my bench from part to altar? The jeweler, a grizzled vet with 40 years of I-dos and don'ts, coaches, sell the sparkle, not the stumble. Cut for spoiler risk, this gem glints with vulnerability, revealing Fritz's fear of rejection rooted in his ex's too settled shade. Soundtrack to a bespoke Philly string quartet riffing on Ain't No Mountain High Enough, it humanizes the hunk's hustle. Pivoting to pathos, Kiara's extended ex-confrontation extension, post-terror awkwardness, her former flame lingers, dropping. 9 years was destiny, 9 minutes saint closure. Jay's intervention escalates into a sidebar scuffly, voices rising like steam from a pretzel cart halted by producers, but the reel captures Jay's post-fight vent. Love ain't a waiting game, it's a now or never draft. OWN excises for legal limbo, but it fortifies Kiara's arc of agency reclamation. Humor erupts in a blooper barrage. Coley's ring try and sesh turns slapstick when a too-snug band gets stuck, sparking Lord, free my finger like you freed my heart prayer circle with the girls, waffles and whoops ensuing. Rings symbolize forever, this one's my time out, she gasps, iced fingers waving like distress signals. Tay's tender cut follows, a solo dawn jog along the Schuylkill, earbuds in, confessing to the camera crew about his ring readiness. Lost my mom, young blings just met Hala legacies the loop. His vulnerability, voiced over rippling water, adds depth to his player pivot. Fan forums on Broken Silence buzzed. Ring Rosie Uncut is the proposal prep we pray for, with edits syncing to be on K-copyright S ring off. These scenes spin the episode's rosy-posy peril into a poignant Potadukes, a dance of doubt and devotion. Tommy's narration ties the bow. Rings circle back to roots, these cuts dig deep. In the compilation's carousel, episode 10 dazzles as the diamond in the delete pile, polishing Ready to Love's promise. Commitment's no fairy tale, it's the flaws that make it fit. Ring-rich rumination to 10,000 characters, interweaving rehearsal rituals, confrontation crescendos, comedic catastrophes, and soundtrack synergies for a sparkling, scene-stealing segment. Buried in episode 11's proposal panic room of the deleted scenes, Philly heatwaves E7-14, the cuts cascade like confetti from a cracked by A++ auto, unleashing 8 minutes of pre-proposal pandemonium where Philly's historic haunts host heart-pounding rehearsals that OWN opted out to avoid premature palpitations. The real revs with Sahara's secret strategy session in a hidden speakeasy beneath Elfreth's Alley, America's oldest street, where she role-plays acceptances with a stand-in Fritz, a burly producer in a fedora. Yes, but only if you promise no more Philly nice passivity. Her laughter booms, echoing off exposed brick, but cracks into confession. Panics my ex's echo, a rushed rings, rushed regrets. This subterranean soliloquy, slashed for narrative nesting, unearths her armored lure, tying to the season's nice guy critique. Ambient speakeasy jazz sax size and piano persa amplifies the intimacy, flashing to Fritz's flop. An unaired park bench dry run in Rittenhouse Square, pigeons scattering as he stammers, "Sahara, you're the grit to my grace." Only for a rogue squirrel to snatch his prop ring, sparking a chase that ends in belly laugh surrender. Nature said no before she could. He wheezes, collapsing on the grass, blooper gold, cut for squirrely pacing. It injects levity into his leading man load. Deeper dives, Cisco's confessional cascade. Post-Shanice's ghost, where he admits to the vault cam, proposing to my pain first to then maybe to possibility. His roar Mia freestyling fears over notebook scribbles evokes Philly's hip-hop heritage, a nod to the Roots block party roots. Kiara and Jay's joint jitter jam, the candlelit kitchen confab over late-night hojies, trading what if she says. Horrors. Jay, I'll architect our escape pod. Kiara, build it with boundaries. Babe, their banter blooms into a blueprint sketch, a literal lines on a napkin axed for pre-climax clutter but blooming here as budding bliss. Fan fervor on Instagram Reels remixed the squirrel sprint to Doja Cat's Woman, hashtagging #panic pigeons. These panics aren't pitfalls, they're preludes. Priming the pump for E14's denouement. Tommy's timely tease. Panics the prelude to Paradise or the plot twist. Episode 11's deletions deliver the adrenaline OWN dangled but didn't drop, turning proposal prep into a panic party worth the price of admission. Panic-fueled panorama to 10,000 characters, charting secret sessions, comedic chases, confessional cadences, and fan fusions for a high heartbeat highlight. Episode 12's final vault face-offs in the deleted scenes. Philly heatwaves E7-14 flare like fireworks over the Ben Franklin Bridge, a 9-minute fireworks factory of vault verdicts where alliances ignite and extinguish in the mansion's mirrored maze, moments OWN muted to maintain mystery. Igniting the fuse is the extended elimination ellipse. Fritz, facing Sahara's ultimatum glare, drops a deleted plea, "You're my skyline, vast and unyielding, let me climb," but met with her measured, "Climb, but don't conquer." The standoff stretches, breaths sinking like a slow dance standoff, severed for tension tease but tense here as tango. Philly's bridge lights pulse and B-roll, symbolizing Span's bridge door burned. Tay's truth bomb to the group, unaired, face-off ain't its mirrors, reflecting our fractures. His monologue, vault veiled, unpacks player pasts. I dodged drafts till this Philly freeze forced the huddle. Coley's countercut, a girl's huddle in the herb garden, clipping face-off fantasy as a Sahara shading Fritz's fence-sitting, Kiara quipping, "My ex was a wall, Jay's a welcome mat," laughter lilts like wind chimes. A bomb before the burn, blooper blaze, Rocky's face-off with a faulty fog machine during a dramatic downpour scene, mist malfunctioning into a foam party fiasco, a contestants slipping like Bubsy cartoons, Fritz face planting into a bush. Off camera, we're clowns in crowns, Rocky roars, soundscape sizzle as the thunder rumbles remixed with a dream's falsetto for faltering facades. A gut-punched gem, Shanice's spectral return in a what-if alt vision, advising Cisco via proxy call, "Face your off-ramp, loves the on-switch." Her ethereal energy, green screened for effect, got ghosted for spoiler sabotage. X exploded with #vault verdicts. polls predicting Takayara triumphs. These face-offs forged the finale's fire, proving Vault's veil victories and vices alike. Tommy's torch pass, face-off's fan flame as the deleted ones burn brightest. Episode 12's reel rekindles the rivalry, rendering Ready to Love's endgame an eternal ember. Face-off frenzy to 10,000 characters, mapping monologues, mishaps, musical motifs, and meme moments for vaulting vignette. The soul-stirring episode 13 missed connections, misses in the deleted scenes. Philly heatwaves E7-14 morning might have been with a 10-minute tapestry of tantalizing tangents, where Philly's missed septistops mirror romantic near misses. Cuts OWN curtailed to curate closure. Central is Shanice's shadow dance. An alternate E7 bleed over date with Fritz at Reading Terminal Market. Cheese steaks steaming as she probes. Missed my cue with Cisco years with authenticity. Fritz falters. Bork midair. Connections a train I derailed on doubt. The repartee ripless laughter over lost love axed for arcanarchy but alive here as alternate universal lure. Ambient market human vendors hawking. Trains trilling texturizes the tenderness. Kaiara's missed memo to Jay. A cum carriage ride through Old City. Cobblestones clacking as she confesses echoes. He was delay your departure lounge luxury. Jay's retort, reins in hand, let's reroute to real time. A kiss that crests, cut for climax conservation, crackles with chemistry. Lighter lapses. Coley's comedic connection crash at a comedy club open mic. Bombing a missed signals Seda he said call me I heard stalk me exclamation mark a prompting Jay's heckle turned hug. Your timing's tragicomic gold. Blooper bounty. The whole cast's missed cue for a group photo op at the Love Sculpture. Poses posing into Kelsa Sahara photobombed by a flock of pigeons. Fritz's fedora flying. Connections missed make the best stories. Totally captions in real. Taking aside. Tay's terrace lament to the skyline. Missing his mom's wisdom. She'd say chase the click, not the clock. Voiceover vulnerability. Sunsets waved, fans on lipstick alley laced hash missed Philly with fanfic futures. These misses mend the mosaic, turning what if into wistful wisdom. Tommy's tender? Missed ain't lost it's the map to more. Episode 13's reel reclaims the roads not taken, rendering Ready to Love a labyrinth of longing. Missed melee meditation to 10,000 characters, charting chance encounters, comedic collapses, sonic settings, and speculative spins for a poignant, possibility-packed piece. Crowning episode 14's wedding teases in the deleted scenes. Philly heatwaves E7-14. The finale's floral flourishes unfurl in an 11-minute epilogue extravaganza of almost halters and afterglows, where OWN's wedding whisper becomes a roar of revelations too resplendent to rescue for the sign-off. Blooming bold is the unbridled bridal brainstorm. Sahara and Fritz in a floral fantasia at Longwood Gardens. Philly's petal paradise. Petals pirouetting as she tries veils. Tease me with forever, but deliver the damn dress. Fritz's fumble with a faux you're the bloom in my concrete taverns eye rolls and endearments. Cut for ceremony symmetry but symmetric here in sweetness. Garden's greenhouse glow vines whispering. Fountains fizzing frames their flirtation. Cisco's confetti cut, a solo suit up sesh. Mirror monologuing marriage myths, tease of till death realities daily do-overs. His Bodhi battle, ending in a windswept twin, whispers redemption. The ensemble's epilogue eruption. A barbecue bash in Fairmount Park, grills groaning with ribs and revelations Kaiara toasting Tay. From vault villains to veil visions. Unseen shade, Rocky's roast of Coley's wedding whisperer whispers. Girl. Uriel walks aisle flop waiting. Laughter laps like Liberty Bell chimes. Blooper bridal. Fritz's ring toss goner eye at a rehearsal. Arcing into a duck pond a retrieval relay turning the cast into Keystone Cops. Tease turned dunk. He dunks. A hushed highlight. Shanice's surprise cameo. Crashing the cookout with Sage. Weddings tease eternity love delivers it daily. Her hug with Cisco. Cameras catching closures click. Post-finale fanfare on YouTube comments. Tease no more reunite him. These teases tantalize the happily ever after haze. Tommy's triumphant. Teases tempt truths tie the knot. Episode 14's reel redefines the denouement, draping Ready to Love in a veil of veiled victories. Tease triumphant home to 10,000 characters. weaving wedding whims, whimsical wipeouts, atmospheric accents, and after-party anthems for a finale flourish that forever enchants. The pulsating heart of Philadelphia, where the Schuylkill River's serpentine flow mirrored the twists of tentative drifts and the Liberty Bell's crack echoed the fissures in fledgling flames, OWN unveiled the deleted scenes compilation, Ready to Love S10 E7-14, a tantalizing trove of unerred gems that aired as a mid-season special on October 25, 2025. Extending the Philly edition's electric arc and reeling in 1.2 million viewers hungry for the heartfelt hijinks that didn't make the final cut, hosted by the inimitable Tommy Miles, whose silver fox charisma and confessional candor cut through the confetti like a cheese-steak knife. The hour-long mosaic stitched together 45 minutes of excised elegance, extended awkward pauses at rooftop mixers, unfiltered vault confessions that veered from vulnerable to volcanic, and bloopers blooming with brotherly banter in the city of brotherly love skyline. The compilation opened with a sizzle from Episode 7's Trouble in Paradise getaway to Cape May, where the shore's salty spray couldn't douse the sparks. A deleted footage revealed Cisco's off-mic meltdown after Tay's teasing tango with Fritz at a beach bonfire, his whispered "she's playing me like a fiddle." Tommy, a Philly girl's got strings attached captured in raw close-up, eyes darting like a fugitive from feelings. Cut for pacing, this clip layered Cisco's cocky contractor facade with fragile undercurrents, his Jersey drawl cracking as he admitted, "I built houses for strangers, but trust? That's the foundation I keep flooding." Intercut with bloopers of Sahara's sassy somersault into the surf of her sequined swimsuit snagging on a sandcastle, eliciting gales of group giggles that humanized her hustler's Gia. The segment underscored the episode's theme of Paradise's pitfalls, where sunsets seduced but suspicions simmered. Transitioning to Episode 8's Philly fleeing fast, the vault's velvet shadows yielded unseen soliloquies. Coley's candid camera confab with a wall, her bold move to steal a smooch from a sidelined suitor unspooling into a monologue on why I ghosted my last love via timing's a thief in this town of dryals, unerred for its tangential tease on her Philly roots, a nod to her whole food truck empire on South Street. The scene painted Coley not as competitor but confessor, her locks framing a face flushed with the fire of "I came for connection, not conquest." But damn, these dates got me adding my dish. Bloopers bloomed here too. Fritz's fumble during a speed dating sprint through Rittenhouse Square, tripping over cobblestones mid-pitch. "I'm a finance bro, not a Parker pro." Was laughter a lifeline amid a lady's loving side eyes? Tommy's voiceover threaded the tapestry. These cuts, they're the caramel and the cheese-steak, rich, unexpected, and oh so Philly. Social media's sidebar surged in split-screen snippets, fans flooding #RL delted with fire emojis for Cisco's vulnerability. Finally, a crack in the armor, while TikTok threads timestamped Coley's clip as vault gold, remixing her words with Will Smith's "Summertime" for viral vulnerability. The compilation's core crescendo crested in Episodes 9-10's sibling rivalry rendezvous, a family fusion fest at the Please Touch Museum where deleted dynamics detonated. Extended edits of Tay's 10's TA superscript ATA superscript AT with her twin, who spilled sibling shade on Cisco's commitment camouflage, the camera catching Tay's telltale tears. She quipped, "Blood don't lie, but boyfriends bluff. The Philly taught me to read the room and the receipts," trimmed to tighten the tension. This trove revealed the twins' twinship as twin threats, their synchronized shade a symphony of sisterly scrutiny that fortified Tay's fortress. Bloopers balanced the bite, a botched blindfold trust fall where Fritz face planted into a foam pit, emerging with a foam mustache and a mock marriage proposal to the group. "Will you accept this rose? Or this ridiculousness?" His grin disarming the drama like a defibrillator to doubt. Lovebirds in limbo. Sahara and her suitor sparred in unaired after hours. Her deleted demand for depth overdrafts at a midnight mac and cheese pop-up, his hesitant hedgehog heart unfolding in "I dodged drafts in the league, now I'm rafting dreams with you." A scared, but scoring. OWN's editors excised it for flow, but here it flowered, a fragile footnote to their frolic, as the reel rolled into Episodes 11-12's vault of vulnerabilities. The unseen swelled surreal. A group therapy tangent turned truth or dare debacle, where one singleton secret you bird my ex's ego unleashed a cascade of confessions, totallys unfiltered fillies fast, but my heart's a fortress a keys cost character clashing with the suitor's stuttered I'm allergic to authenticity. Sneeze, bloopers burst bubbly, Tommy's tongue-tied teleprompter tango, flubbing filly first impressions into filly thirst confessions, his self-roast sending the crew into hysterics. The filly flavor infused every frame runs gone wrong, a street corner cipher where Fritz freestyled fiscal fears. His bars bumping like a Broad Street block party. Episode 13's engagement echoed with excised elation, deleted proposals in practice at the Barnes Foundation, where art appraised affections, Sahara sketching her suitor's soul and your lines are lived in, not linear filly pretty. Trimmed for tempo, it textured her tenderness. A brushstroke of I built walls for the wrong wars you're the masterpiece. Bloopers bridge to levity, a paint-splattered pratfall during a couple's canvas clash, colors colliding like crushes in chaos. The finale flickered from episode 14's filly forever or farewell, unaired farewells fraught with what-ifs, Cisco's cliffhanger chat with Tay. His paradise was a preview. Let's plot the plot twist lingering in lip bite close-up, her hesitant filly heart's heel hard approved the pulse. Deleted for Danemon's drag, it deepened the dilemma, Danemon differed. Bloopers bowed out a big, the cast's confetti cannon catastrophe at the farewell feast, streamers sticking like bad breakups, Tommy quipping, love's mess you pass the wet wipes. Tommy closed the compilation with confessional closure. These scenes, they're the soul of the search unpolished, unapologetic, unbreakable. Filly found love in the lost footage maybe yours is hiding in the highlights you hit delete on. Credits cascaded over a collage of candid cackles, the specialists have for shippers, stitching the season's seams with a silk of what could have beens, proving in the city of brotherly love, even the cuts carved deeper connections. The compilation's coda cascaded into a cascade of cathartic clips, OWN's lens lingering on the languid laughs and lacerating truths that laced the latter episodes, transforming deleted detritus into a diadem of deeper drives that diamond polished the dater's dramas. Diving deeper into episode 7's excised essence, a vault vignette unveiled unbridled banter, Fritz's flustered flirt fest with a forgotten favor promising a private jet joyride that morphed into a SEPTA subway saga. His sheepish filly traffics my true test of patience over private wings drawing daggers from the dames, deleted for its detour from desire but delighting in its depiction of grounded gallantry. Interwoven with bloopers of beach volleyball bedlam Sahara spiking a servant to Tommy's toupee, her howl that's how we serve shade in the city of Sis. The segment salted the sweetness of shore escapes with sibling-like spats. Episode 8's unseen swelled with Sahara's solo spotlight, an extended edit of her street art stroll through Fishtown, confiding to the confessional cam, graffiti's grit mirrors my grind to dagged drama, but I'm the artist now. Aerosoling authenticity. Cut to condense the chaos. It crystallized her core. A canvas of Philly's murals taught me, cover the cracks with color, not concealer. Bloopers bubbled buoyant. Coley's cheese astique challenge gone gloriously wrong. Whiz wit overflowing onto her white ensemble. Her mock meltdown. This is my walk of shame. Extra whiz, no regrets. Eliciting ensemble empathy. As arcs arced into episodes 9-10, the family fusion footage flowered forgotten. Tay's twin tango turned tell-all. Deleted dialogues dissecting our sibling sync saved me from settling a Philly family's forewarn the fakes, unaired for its echo of earlier entanglements. It echoed the episode's ethos of echoes examined, twins twinning threads into triumphs. Fritz's faux pas in a family feud simulation of fumbling a forkful of his future filet tilde copyright ease feisty Joda. Choking out cultural crash course, loves the universal language, but spice levels, subjective. Abe looped into hilarity. His coffee catalyst for collective chuckles. Love's labyrinth lengthened in episode 11's Vault Visions. Cisco's candid crack up over a cocktail concoction gone cocktail catastrophe. Spilling secrets on I cock-blocked my own tum-up. Had jealousy was my jammer till Tay tuned me in. Trimmed to tauten the tension, it textured his tenacity. A toast to Philly nights numb the noise mornings demand the melody. Bloopers bridged with a bungled blind taste test. Suitors swapping spit takes on soul food surprises. One singletons this collard's calling my cardiologist. Quip quaking the quarters. Episodes 12-13's engagement echoed with erase elegance. Coley's clandestine canvas chat, sketching suitors' souls in your portraits, promising, but paint me the passion of Philly's palette demands primaries, deleted for its dalliance with Destiny's deferral. It deepened her discernment. Adobe of art appraises the abstract loves the masterpiece mid-make. Sahara's serendipitous sketch sessions blundered into shade. Her suitor's stilted strokes sparking stroke better with honesty. Ansia Philly finds fake from fine. Bloopers bloomed in a botched bouquet toss at a mock mixer. Blooms bouncing back like bounced checks. Tommy's twirl turning tumbleweed. The reel reeled into episode 14's raw reveries. Fritz's farewell fugue. Unaired utterances under the stars at Spruce Street Harbor Park. Philly's lights lit my lows, you lit the rest. Let's launch or linger? Cut to culminate cleanly. It complicated the closure. A constellation of what-if swing wicked choices crown kings. Tay's tender teared on with a tossed aside bow. Her twin intuition tingled trebly. Trust the tingle, not the tease. Layered the leave-taking with lore. Bloopers bowed bountiful. The cast's conga line collapsed during a closing circle. Limbs linking like loose ends. Laughter the lubricant for love's aligned Ansia step wrong, but sync up. Tommy's wrap-up of wisdom. Deleted don't mean discarded to these diamonds in the rough and the romance. Reminding us, Philly's fast, but feelings forever footage. As the screen softened to OWN's opulent outro, a montage of missed moments merged in mirthful mishaps, murmured mantras, mended hearts. The compilation a confetti of confessions, crowning the season's seekers not with cuts, but with the courage to curate chaos into couplings that clicked, even in the clips that clipped the edit.